So the 2.6 banner is, or banner schedule has basically been released. 2.6 banner schedule is going to consist of Rappa, the 5-star imaginary erudition unit. It's going to consist of Inhibitor Lunae, the 5-star imaginary destruction unit. We are then also going to get the rerun of Aventurin, the 5-star imaginary preservation unit, as well as the rerun of Acheron. So who should you summon for out of these four? Well, if you do not have Sparkle, I'm just finna say it off rip, Inhibitor Lunae is trash. As a matter of fact, he's shit. If you have Sparkle, then Inhibitor Lunae becomes great. Like S tier great. Goes from being dookie to being good. So if you have Sparkle and don't have Inhibitor Lunae and you think he's cool and you want him, and you think he's strong, get Inhibitor Lunae. If you do not have Sparkle, I don't recommend summoning for Inhibitor Lunae. Even if you have Robin, I do not recommend summoning for Inhibitor Lunae whatsoever. Reasons being is to use his skill at its most effectiveness, it requires 3 skill points. Without Sparkle, you have 5 skill points. Minus 3, you only have 2 left. With Sparkle, you have 7 skill points. Minus 3, you only have 4 left. So, if you have Sparkle, yes, get Inhibitor Lunae. If you don't have Sparkle, then skip Inhibitor Lunae, right? And there's nothing about a Sparkle rerun. So, however, we do have 2 more imaginary units that are either coming into the game or being reran. And one of them is actually a 5-star imaginary erudition unit called Rappa, who is new and can apply weakness, toughness, reduction to enemies. Now, she does not make them weak to imaginary damage like Firefly can hack fire damage on, but she does AoE damage and provides toughness reduction while doing AoE damage with her entire kit. Be honest, if you have Firefly and if you have Firefly and if you have whatchamacallit, then Lingsha, then I would skip Rappa. In my personal opinion, Firefly is better than Rappa. She can hack her weakness onto the enemies, where Rappa cannot make the enemies weak to imaginary damage. She can't hack the weakness onto them. So if she's going against enemies that aren't weak to imaginary, that's it. They're not weak to imaginary for the entire battle. But if she's going against enemies that are weak to imaginary, then obviously that'll help her. So, when it comes between Rappa and Firefly, if you have Firefly, I think you should skip Rappa, especially if you have Lingsha and Firefly. Firefly is just better, right? Firefly basically has Silver Wolf's skill built in where she can hack guaranteed fire weakness onto the enemies. Pun unintended, but that's broken. Okay? Then you already have Gallagher and Lingsha in the game. That's a double fire. Plus Himiko if some are running her. I just believe that, of course, you could always run Firefly and Rappa, but what's the point in that? Firefly by herself gets the job done. So why would you need Rappa? In my opinion, Rappa's an easy skip. Rappa is bait. Y'all know I never lead you astray. I told you skip Jade, summon for Robin, summon for Yun Li. I'm saying to skip Rappa. I'm saying to skip Rappa. Look, I know there's clickbaiters out there claiming that there's knowledge about a free Sunday, and I believe someone just making shit up saying there's a so-called source. We're getting a free Sunday. Sunday's not gonna be free. Sunday is not gonna be free. So let's get that out the way real fast, real quick. Sunday ain't gonna be free, and he is supposed to come in patch 2.7. Skip Rappa, summon for Sunday. That's my recommendation. The other two reruns, though, Aventurine and Acheron. Aventurine does a lot of follow-up attacks, can provide infinite shield. He's broken as a preservation unit. I mean, if you're running preservation these days, right? For me, the meta's really never changed up. I still run double harmony, Firefly team, double harmony, Acheron team, double harmony, Feijoao team, double harmony. You know what I'm saying? So the meta hasn't really changed for me, but I guess if you don't have Lingsha on your follow-up attack team, then maybe you go for Aventurine. But if you have Aventurine already, maybe you want some of his copies. I don't know, in today's meta, if you have Lingsha and no Aventurine, I don't feel like you need Aventurine. I really don't. Lingsha's pretty cracked. I understand Aventurine is too. In my opinion, you only need one or the other. Heals and shield are both cracked, right? Heals and shield are both cracked. But a healer scaling off attack is kind of cracked. So I would skip Aventurine. I mean, I skipped his first time to get Fushuan. And, maybe a couple of times I have to bring Fushuan out. Maybe a couple of times there's a time where I have to edit my team and put a preservation on it. Maybe, right? 1 in a million. But other than that, I wouldn't summon for Aventurine. The only banner that has my attention really in 2.6 would be Acheron's rerun, and that's because we got her to E3 and I want her E4. Acheron is insane. People are comparing Rappa to Acheron. I don't know why. They're two different classes, and Acheron is queen. So Rappa doesn't even compare to Acheron. Nowhere near it. So let's just get that out the way right now. Rappa does not compare to Acheron. It amazes me how you can do some shit takes and every bum ass bitch will hop up in my comment section. But I see the free Sundays, the Acheron verse Rappa, this needs to not be looked over. I see all the shit takes. So y'all saying it in my comment section, you better be saying it in other people's comment sections too. Or else we finna have a problem. So, with that, I think the only banner worth summoning in 2.6 truly is Acheron. I think you should skip everyone else and summon for Sunday if you got Lingsha, if you got Jing Yuan, if you got those summoning units, you know. Sunday's not finna be free. So, Sunday's not finna be free. So take care.